Next topic is key changes over 1,000 years. Historians use different types of source to learn about the past depending on the period of their study and the nature of their investigation. So the historians are the person who go through the different books, different sources in order to learn our past, and depending upon the different types of records and you can say information, they tell us what actually happened during those period, what are the different activities which were practiced, how they used to live, what are the ornaments which they used to wear, and so on. Sources such as coin, inscription, painting, architectural remains, and textual records serve as the link to the past. So with the help of these information, that is coins, inscription, painting, architectural remains, and textual records, it helps us to understand what actually was present in our past. Medieval Indian history has left behind a rich legacy of archaeological and literary source which help us reconstruct the history of the period. So with the help of these, you can say, these resources or these sources, we come to know what are the different activities which were practiced, how they reconstruct, or how they used to live together, what are the animals they used to eat, what are the crops they used to crop, what are the crops they used to grow, and different other activities. So with the help of historian, we come to know what actually happened in our past. So let us discuss the sources one by one. First is archaeological sources. Archaeology is the study of history through the material remain of human life. So what do you mean by archaeology? Archaeology is a study of history, that means is a study of our past. How? Through the material remains of human life, that means through you can say records, or you can say by buildings, by coins, by paintings. So examples such as monuments, paintings, sculptures or statues, inscriptions, and coins. So these are the archaeological sources. First is monuments and buildings. Historical monuments and buildings such as palaces, temples, forts, mosque, tomb, clock, tower, etc. helps to reconstruct the past in a many ways. So with the help of these you can say sources, we come to know what are the different buildings they used to make, what are their style of constructing a building, which type of mosque they used to use, what are the structure of their clock tower, and so on. To begin with, this building reveal the architectural style and cultural influence of the period. So with the help of these structures, we come to know how they are different from other you can say other empire, because every empires, their way of structuring or architectural styles are different, and the cultures was also different. The famous monument of the medieval period include this is very important, that is Humayun's tomb, Qutub Minar, mosques such as Quwwat-ul-Islam and Jama Masjid, Red Fort in Delhi and Agra, Taj Mahal, Hoysaleswara temple, etc. So these are the important monuments in the during the medieval period. They provide invaluable information regarding the architectural skill of workers, the material used to construct these monuments, and the mode of transportation in use. Besides, the cultural and religious belief prevalent during the period under study. So with the help of these mosques, or you can say with the help of these monuments, we come to know how the workers used to work, or how the workers used to make the buildings, what are the materials they use in order to construct the monuments, and what were their mode of transportation, that means how they can transport the, you can say, different types of items from one place to another, and it also shows their cultural and religious beliefs. So with the help of these monuments, we come to know what are the different cultural and religious belief of the different empire. Here is the picture of Jama Masjid. It is one of the famous monument during the medieval period.